Hey everybody, so I want to show you this machine. It's a Singer 20U Professional. It has a onboard thread spool, and it does not have an onboard bobbin winder, but it does have the knob to disengage the top shaft in the let me show you this here. It has this knob. You can turn that counterclockwise and disengage the needle shaft when you wind your bobbins. But basically, this is the Singer 20U. It has a zigzag where you can control the width of the zigzag from 0 to 7 millimeters. Basically, I was using it to make this bar here is full width zigzag, and then these two on the left are with the needle set in the center, going bigger and smaller, so you can make sort of a lemon shape thing. This next one here is with the needle set to one side, and this one here is the needle set to the other side. So when you set the needle to right or left position, you get a straight shot down one side, and it gets bigger and smaller to the max width on the other side. And then I made this little flower here, just going out with max on one side and coming back to max width on the other. That's how I made that. So you can see the bottom side, I have a different color thread, and I've got it timed so it's not skipping stitches, and the thread tensions are pretty good. So what I was going to do is just kind of show you how it operates. I have a piece of Cordura here. It's maybe not the best test material, but so basically this is the width of your zigzag, and this is the length of your stitch. So for embroidery purposes, you want to be pretty close to 0. So I'm going just a little hair above 0. This knob is needle position, and it's actually the opposite. When I put it this way, the needle is actually moving to the left, and when I put it to the right, the needle's moving to the right, and then this is center. So this controls the width of your zigzag, and you have two knobs here. If I put this to full width and I tighten this knob, it is going to be a continuous run at full width, okay? If I don't have that one, but I set this one, let's say I turn it half, there's a white line on this side of the dial, and it goes 0 to that. So I'm going to turn it halfway, and I'm going to tighten the knob on this side, and then it only lets you go to half width. So these two knobs kind of do different things. So I'm going to release this, and I'm going to have it be able to go to full width. And then I'm going to start with my needle in the center position. And this machine is on a clutch motor. It has only one bell crank lever underneath, so I cannot control the stitch width with the knee unless I change that to a double bell crank lever. But I'm going to hold my thread tails. I'm going to turn the machine on. You can kind of hear the clutch motor. And I'm going to just get started with a little bit of straight stitch so I can lock my thread in, okay? And then I'm going to start to stitch, and I'm going to vary the stitch width with my hand. You can see now I'm at max width, and then I'm going down to not max. Now I'm at 0. Now I'm going to go back up. I'm going to go to max width, and then I'm going to go back down to 0, and then I'm going to go back up to max and go back down to 0. So let me take this out. So the knee lever on this lifts the foot. So you can see that we just sewed some like diamond shapes. Okay, now I'm going to put my needle, set this to the right, and that actually moves the needle to the left. And now I'm going to come in, and I'm going to do a couple stitches to start to get my thread locked in. And then I'm going to start making the stitch width bigger as we go, and then back down to smaller. If you look, you can kind of see my finger on this. And the needle's down. I'm going to use the knee lift. I'm going to lift it up I'm going to turn the fabric around, and now I'm going to start to come back the other way. I'm not very good at this, so it's not pretty. Going to max width, and then I'm going to go back down. Okay? So that's how you could make a leaf, because I went full width on one side and full width on the other side. Obviously that's not very pretty, but that's how you do the zigzag. And then these machines come with this it's a zigzag foot and feed dogs, and then you can also get a straight stitch foot feed dogs. It's foot feed dogs and needle plate that you would change to go from one to the other. So when you want to do zigzag, I'm going to put it back in the center now. When you want to do zigzag embroidery, you can also get a darning foot, something that's not blocking your vision, but this is just the regular zigzag foot that I'm using right now. So you can see it's kind of cool. Let me get this out. So I have, when I'm doing embroidery, I put the top thread a little loose to make sure that none of the bobbin thread comes around to the front, but you could use the same color bobbin thread and then it wouldn't matter. But basically that's kind of what I'm doing by controlling this width of zigzag here. If you had the second knee lift lever, when you use the knee lift, it would be moving this. I find that it was a little confusing actually to go have my foot on the pedal for speed and my knee for the width, because my leg is just so used to speed. So I found it's actually pretty easy to use this. I could switch to the darning foot and get a hoop, and then I might want to have two hands on the hoop. I could see that, but just for playing around and just to kind of show you what these knobs are for, this knob sets it at a particular width. Whatever you put that at, it's going to be a constant width. And then unscrew that. This knob gives you a maximum width. It sets that you can go to a max. Okay, stitch length, needle position. That's basically this machine. It's a Singer 20U. This one is blue. It was made in Japan, and I understand that the later versions are tan and then white, and moving to probably made in Korea and made in China. Anyway, thanks for watching. I just wanted to explain how this works, in case you all were curious on how to make embroidery like this. Okay, thanks for watching.